Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Part Stop. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now today we're going to be diving into the remarkable world of artificial intelligence and its groundbreaking applications. Today we are honored to have a true visionary and trailblazer in the field of AI, Chris Piche, joining us alongside his groundbreaking company Smarter AI. Chris is an accomplished entrepreneur and an expert in AI technologies who has made significant contributions to the industry's advancement. With Smarter AI, he has propelled the boundaries of data analysis, machine learning, and predictive modeling to new heights. We are thrilled to explore the extraordinary work of Smarter AI and uncover how their innovative solutions are shaping the future of several industries. We will be discussing some thought-provoking questions, including how does Smarter AI's infrastructure for AI cameras contribute to the improving public vehicle safety in the automotive sector? What role does Smarter AI play in advancing the capabilities of autonomous vehicles and integrating them into existing transportation systems? Other questions like, can you explain how AI-powered cameras for Smarter AI are revolutionizing accident management and traffic monitoring systems for motor cars and trucks? Get ready for an enlightening conversation that promises to unveil the limitless potential of artificial intelligence. Chris, welcome, the founder of Smarter AI. First question, how did you came up with the idea to start Smarter AI's infrastructure?
Well, I didn't realize it at the time, but I actually got the idea about 10 years ago. I was running a small software company in Canada called Eyeball Networks. And Eyeball Networks was the world leader in something called NAT traversal technology. We ended up selling Eyeball to another Canadian company, BlackBerry. And our technology at Eyeball became part of the first BlackBerry smartphone and part of the BlackBerry operating system. And anyway, I spent about a year working with BlackBerry to integrate our technology and to help BlackBerry to launch the first BlackBerry smartphone. And while I was doing this, BlackBerry lost a huge amount of market share to Apple. I think their market share went from something close to 50% of smartphones to something under 10% of smartphones. And so I realized how quickly, or I saw how quickly, a market could be disrupted by a technology transformation. And then a few years ago, when I was thinking of what to do next, I was looking for an opportunity to help the world with whatever skills I possess, but also to help the world in a big way or make a big impact. And so I thought about it for a few months, and I decided that the same thing that had happened in phones about 10 years ago was about to happen in the camera market. So there were certain enabling technologies that I thought would soon make it feasible to develop AI cameras at scale. So AI cameras at, by the millions. And in the same way that first iOS and later Android were the key technologies for Apple and Google to disrupt the phone market, I thought that there was an opportunity for a similar software platform, but for AI cameras, a similar software platform that would enable all these millions of AI cameras. And so I set out a few years ago when I started Smarter AI to develop exactly that, an enablement software platform for AI cameras.
Oh, wonderful. But going a little bit further, how does your AI cameras contribute to improving the public vehicle safety in the automotive sector? Because that is where we want to concentrate on.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first market that we focused on, is the transportation market, so vehicle cameras. And I think not a lot of people, probably most of the people watching or listening to this podcast, probably don't realize, but complacent and distracted driving have now become as big of a threat to public safety
Yes,
as
it
drunk
is.
or and intoxicated driving. So in the United States, every year, drunk and intoxicated driving kill about 10,000 people. And unfortunately, complacent and distracted driving now kill a similar number of people every year in the United States. One of the key problems that we're able to fight with our vehicle cameras, AI vehicle cameras, is exactly this: people that are driving around while they're looking at a smartphone, driving around and not giving proper care and attention to to the task at hand.
That is something else. We have seen that so many times in terms of the distracted driving, drivers switching lane. You look across, you can definitely see them driving with the phone either at their ear or the phone is right there in their lap as they try to navigate a corner or switching lanes. And how does your camera system come in place now in terms of the integration into the current transportation systems?
Yeah, so it's absolutely true what you said. There's a very nice private school about halfway between my house and my office. I drive past there every morning on the way to work, and I see all kinds of people, driving through the school zone, and their heads are buried in, I don't know what, Instagram or whatever their, text messages, whatever their heads are buried in their phones. And, the same people absolutely, would not go out at night, for dinner with alcohol, or go out for a couple of drinks at night without making, proper plans, whether it's, an Uber, a taxi, a friend, a designated driver, whatever it might be. But yet the same people think nothing of driving through a crowded school zone, as I said, with their head buried in their phone. And so that is exactly, the sort of problem that our vehicle cameras can be used to fight. And we can do that in a couple of ways. First, we do it with aftermarket cameras. So if you have a vehicle which is not equipped with vehicle cameras by the manufacturer, no problem. We've got vehicle cameras we can provide for you. Second way that we work is with vehicle manufacturers. We call them OEMs that want to integrate these sorts of cameras and technologies into their vehicles when they're manufactured. So you can get smarter AI in a manufactured vehicle in a few years, or you can get smarter AI today, through an aftermarket camera.
We look forward to it because so customers can go directly to your website and purchase these cameras. What about, are you in collaboration with any particular manufacturer, like a new car dealer, new car manufacturer, or any specific dealers that has any contracted obligations with smarter AI right now?
In terms of OEM cameras, that's not something that I can discuss publicly yet.
Okay.
But I can disclose that our aftermarket cameras are available through different dealers and channel market partners all over the world: North America, Africa, Europe, and Asia.
What are some of the specific features or advancement does smarter AI offer in their AI cameras and enablement software that cater to the unique needs of the automotive industry?
Right. So one of the unique features of our cameras and platform is called sensor fusion. So sensor fusion basically means, instead of relying on a single data source to detect or understand what's happening around the camera, instead of that, to aggregate multiple sources of data and to make a decision about what's happening around the camera, or understanding of what's happening around a camera, based on a combination of all of these data sources. And since, as I think most people will be familiar with, vehicles have enormous amounts of sensor data. Vehicles, we're all familiar with speedometers. Vehicles are equipped with GPS for location. Any pressing the brake, pressing the accelerator, pressing the turn signal, all these driver actions also initiate sensor data on the vehicle. And so by applying sensor fusion to our cameras, we can understand what's happening inside and around the vehicle based not only on the images that we see from the camera, but also from in the context of sensor data from the vehicle itself.
Okay, so that will form part of the monitoring system in terms of the driver behavior analysis. How does that integrate into that part of it?
Basically, the sensor fusion gives context to what's happening in and around the vehicle. Let me give you an example.
Mhm.
If
Okay.
I'm driving down the street, and my car starts to drift slowly out of my lane into the other lane without having access to the vehicle sensor data, it would be impossible for our camera to know if this drifting out of the lane was something intentional by the driver, like the driver's trying to change lanes, or if this might be as a result of the driver being distracted, or some other inadvertent reason for the lane drift.
Right.
But with sensor fusion, we can access the vehicle's sensor bus, and we know, for example, if the driver has pressed the turn signal before the vehicle starts to change lanes. And so, of course, if the driver has pressed the turn signal and then the vehicle starts to change lanes, this is probably a safe driving behavior. But if the same thing happens in terms of changing lanes without pressing the turn signal, this might be an example of, at best, careless, or at worst, distracted driving.
Because road safety is paramount, and distracted driving, as we mentioned earlier, is one of the deterrent right now of the many users of the road. With the rise of AI cameras and unmanned systems, what do you envision as the future of transportation, and how does smarter AI contribute to shaping that future?
As we discussed a few minutes ago, thanks in part to BlackBerry, Apple, Google, all the companies that are making smartphones,
Yeah.
complacent and distracted driving has now become a huge public safety crisis, on the same order of magnitude as drunk or intoxicated driving. And I predict that in the next 5 years, we're going to be able to put an end to complacent and distracted driving. And government has a role to play here. So governments in the United States and other countries around the world are introducing regulations to require, the use of driver or driving monitoring technology, such as what is offered by companies like Smarter AI. And the role that we have to play at Smarter AI is that of the technology provider. So again, providing vehicle cameras to detect various kinds of unsafe driving behavior, so that this can be corrected before it leads to a collision or something worse.
What are some of the current challenges that you're facing right now in terms of smart AI? Nothing is perfect, as you can know, in terms of certain systems. When you roll them out, we're constantly improving, constantly changing the way how we do things, and the technology is always evolving at such a fast pace. I just watched the documentary a couple days ago about BlackBerry itself, and to see the challenges that they went through in terms of implementing that smartphone, what they had to go through to where we are now, in terms of not having as much choices as before. But when you look at the amount of apps that are coming out, one can say it's mind-boggling to see how fast our technology has been evolving now with AI. Your company now is Smarter AI, so I suspect that you're right up there with everyone else. But in terms of AI's expertise, what are some of the challenges you're facing right now, and how will smarter AI's expertise assist in overcoming those challenges?
If the BlackBerry movie that you saw is the one that I'm thinking of, my old boss was one of the co-stars of the movie.
Okay.
So I think I saw the same movie, and it brought back some good memories for me. In terms of the challenges that we're facing at Smarter AI, as you said, Chris, technology is constantly evolving, particularly as we've all seen so far in 2023. AI technologies are evolving, even faster than most.
Yes.
And so I think that's the biggest challenge, not just for Smarter AI, but for all of the companies that are competing in this market. That's our biggest challenge. The way that we solve or overcome this challenge is through the strength of our team, and it helps. It's really helped us at Smarter AI to build a great team and to continue growing a great team. That we have this awesome vision and mission to to improve public safety, which affects all of us by putting an end to complacent driving. This is really a mission that has attracted some great engineers to Smarter AI.
We look forward to implementing smarter AI in most of our cars, since the government has now mandated everyone to be driving an EV by 2035. Let's see how much of that market you can actually capture. And last but not least, what about safety? We have seen a number of companies come up in terms of being regulated by the various government bodies, saying that customer data has been breached. The last one was Tesla in Europe. Then we had Ring, we had Amazon, we had Facebook. What assurity can you give those who will purchase the product of Smarter AI?
Right. That's a very important point. So, when it comes to vehicle cameras, we're dealing with personal data, and not only the personal data of the vehicle owners or the vehicle drivers, but also potentially the personal data of passengers and other what we call data subjects, other people. And what we're doing in Smarter AI about this is something called privacy by design. Mm-hmm. So what privacy by design means is that at the very beginning of the engineering process, we take into account all of the privacy requirements for our cameras and our platform. And we build those requirements into all of the cameras and all of the features of our platform. And as a result, we're able to give our customers, who are the data controllers, control over their camera data, including any personal data that might be on those cameras.
That is something that should be assuring for all users, all purchasers, and everything will be in terms of the terms of agreement on the policies and everything else at the time of purchasing the camera. Are there any personal information that will be required to be divulged at the time of acquiring the product?
Well, so cameras do potentially capture personal data. Particularly, vehicle cameras are most likely going to be capturing personal data of either people that are inside the car or people that are around the cars. And so it's important, to get the consent. It's important for our customers to get the consent of those people to have their data captured by the cameras. Our role as the platform provider is to give our customers tools so that our customers can comply with any applicable regulations or any best practices that our customers see fit in terms of handling or controlling that personal data.
For one last time, can you let our audience know exactly where can they get your product, Smarter AI cameras, and is it available for all makes, models, shapes, years? or is there a particular cutoff period where the cameras won't be able to access or to be installed on a particular unit?
No, we have our cameras support everything from the the newest electrical vehicles to the oldest combustion engine vehicles, from the smallest cars to the biggest trucks. And you can buy them, or you can find a dealer at our website, smarterai.camera.
Thank you very much, Chris. And we're looking forward to seeing your products rolling out all over to ensure we are practicing safe driving habits and to lessen our casualties on the road, especially when it comes to distracted driving. The technology is there for us to utilize, not for us to abuse, because it was designed to make our lives much easier. And I think a lot of people are taking advantage of, well, taking disadvantage of the capabilities of how the technology is supposed to be used for us and to keep everyone safe, including getting back home to our families. As one of my former coworkers says, work safe, home safe. That is one of the motto they always use. So once you're getting out there, riding on the various transit, or you're riding on a particular, whether you're taking an Uber or a taxi or driving your private motor vehicle, we always want to ensure safety. And I'm happy to announce that Smart AI is on the track to ensure that we our commute is one of the safest as much as possible. Chris, thank you very much. And once again, I appreciate you taking the time out. And I know you're super busy running a multinational corporation. And again, the technology will always be evolving. So we will try our best to evolve with that technology. Chris, any last words?
Use it, don't abuse it.
Thank you very much. And we look forward to meeting you again in the future.
Thanks, Chris.